thank you, Anjali, for joining in on this episode of the Wellness Warrior Show. I used to do this many, many years ago because I wanted the world to know that for someone who takes charge of their own health, and these are people I call Wellness Warrior, um, is it easy? Is it a difficult journey? What is the outcome? And often people think that this is something that someone else can do, but it's not possible for an everyday human. And I just want to highlight stories from our tribe, from our community, where people have taken ownership of their own health and what is the experience they've had. So thank you so much for joining in and sharing your inputs today. Let's start off with a brief introduction. Like, people don't know who you are. So your name and what you do, where you live, all of that.
Yeah, sure. First of all, thank you, Mugdha, for starting iThrive. I'm really grateful, and I'm right here talking to you face to face. That's really, really, incredible. Yes, so I am Anjali Somani. I stay in Singapore. I've been living here since past 20 plus years. But I have been born and brought up in Maharashtra. And I have done my MBBS and MD in pathology. That was like maybe 30 years ago. And right now in Singapore, I'm not practicing pathology. I'm not working. I'm at home, but I did work for first 2 years of Singapore life. But then my priorities changed, and since then I'm at home. But my learning journey hasn't stopped in the sense I have been reading a lot since I stopped, working about integrated methods of healing, lots of things. So it's like ongoing journey. And finally it landed me in iThrive in the
How did you
sense,
how did you find out about iThrive though?
yeah, that's also amazing. I always believe that one step leads you to the next one. So I was anyways under consultation with another functional nutritionist in Singapore.
Okay.
So I had done my root cause analysis and all some 4 years ago. So I
Okay.
was quite familiar because I had read books about functional
Right.
nutrition.
Okay.
About so I was quite fascinated. For the first time, I came across something like how can body, how can someone detect you have zinc deficiency or you have low oxygen uptake in the cells, because I had never heard or not learned in my pathology course also, nothing of this sort.
Mm.
I mean, so I was really amazed, and then I consulted her, and then she put me on some supplements. Earlier I couldn't even tolerate a single supplement, and
Oh.
I didn't know the knowledge about
When
whether,
you say couldn't tolerate, what would happen? You'd have hives or something like that, is it?
I mean, I my digestion used to get upset with a single multivitamin. So
Oh,
maybe, so maybe my knowledge about supplements, which supplements to take, I just used to go and off shelf whatever was there, I used
right.
to take. And my actually my quest began with whether supplementation is needed or not. I mean, people talk about supplements, that other end people talk, no, you should not take. So I was totally confused 4 years back. And I was suffering. And whenever I used to do my regular blood check, I almost did for 1.5, 2 years, all my regular blood panel, everything in black and white, everything was under within reference
Like the
range.
regular
Yes,
reference ranges.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. And then I was like, it cannot be. If it's everything is regular, why am I not feeling healthy? And why I'm not feeling energetic? So there must be something missing. Then I said, I came across this functional nutritionist. Then she started put me on some supplements. And then I started reading books about functional nutrition, started digging deeper, like, what some books about metabolism, about physiology, like Natasha Campbell, her books I
Right, right,
started
right.
reading. I started reading epigenetics, all that. And finally, one of my friends in Mumbai, very close friend, I was talking to her, and she told me about her daughter who is consulting iThrive nutritionist. And then
Oh,
briefly she mentioned that, yeah, she's on gluten-free diet, dairy-free diet, she's on anti-inflammatory diet, this and that. And I was anyways looking for some course for myself to do it. But I wanted to do from some Indian organization, Indian, so that they can relate to our food habits. I had already researched some Europe, UK, websites where they conduct functional nutrition courses. But it didn't fascinate me that much. So finally, when my
I'm
friend told
glad
me,
I'm glad our course fascinated you.
yeah, so the moment she said iThrive, and it was just 1 minute, she spoke about iThrive. But sometimes when you're aware and you need something passionately, right? That in between the lines you read, and then suddenly I went to the website and I was checking through the website, and it just appealed me to the core. And you won't believe, immediately I emailed someone, and that was a weekend. She didn't respond, no one responded. Then Monday, someone contacted me saying, our course is starting like in 2 days. Do you want to join?
Which batch were you in?
40.
Ah, okay.
So I was like, oh, wow. Everything is like so fast.
It's like
And my,
just stacking up and aligning perfectly.
yeah, exactly. And then my husband was starting to trek in, Nepal. He was on the going to base camp, and all the transactions he only takes care, right? All the financial.
Right.
So I told him, no, you have to do the payment now because I have to do the course. And it just somehow happened. Yeah,
Cool. So yeah, you became a student first and then you came
yeah.
for the Alive program. Now, what symptoms were you experiencing that were really so bad that made you, so you were learning how to do this anyway, you were learning how to become a functional nutritionist. But for you to sign up as a client with Alive 2.0, you must have been having some sort of experiences or symptoms or like something going on. So what was it really? You said that you've done your blood work, you were not feeling good, all of that I know, but what was really going on? Like,
Yeah. So my gut issues. I had gut issues since my college days.
okay.
My appetite was never consistently normal, I was very sensitive. If I eat some particular food, I will feel bloated, or I won't be hungry after like 7 8 hours also. I mean, it was all haywire.
And
So
did
I
you also have
was
acid reflux, acidity, and all
so
that?
yeah,
Or
sometimes
okay.
acid reflux, because in between I took antibiotic, so it triggered my that thing. So basically, on and off, all the symptoms of GIT I had. So I also went to see a gastro. He did
Okay.
my
Before you
scopies.
came to functional medicine
Yes,
itself. Okay.
yes, yes. He did my scopy. He said everything is good. I have never seen such a clean colon. Your colon is like a baby. It's so clean. But then he also put me some on medication. But I wasn't okay at all. Then I said something must be missing. And then when I learned in the gut module, right, about the GI map, and I was like, this is for me. I have to get done this for sure.
You did the GMAP test then.
Yes, yes. So I did my GI map, I did OMX also. And I was, oh my God, in awe when I saw my GI map results. I was like, oh my goodness. Everyone must get the GI map done. How we
This,
do
I
now?
can't tell you how many times we tell everyone that sometimes you might not even have major gut symptoms. You might just have like an autoimmune condition or like other issues going on. And the root is often in the gut. And if unless you do the GI map, you won't really know. And the test is so beautiful. It gives you such a great picture. And I'm glad you are a GI map fan.
Oh, I immediately wrote, to Avinash that iThrive must do this as a basic, test now,
yeah, yeah.
because it is the root for everything, as we know, and it exactly tells you what needs to be, taken care. So it's beautiful.
So
I
you
mean,
did that. So it is mostly
yeah,
gut issues that were really triggering this constant state of just not feeling healthy for you.
yes, gut issues. Then also fatigue. I had adrenal dysfunction also. I mean,
Um,
now I can say, because I knew also, because stress over the years, because I was struggling with gut. Normally, the energy levels were not up to the mark,
right.
and hormones. I mean, slowly, slowly, all just
Just being a woman is enough.
yes, yes, true, true, true.
All right. So, what was your experience like? I think Pooja was the nutritionist assigned to you. So, what was the Alive journey like? So, we call it Alive because we are like we're just going to give you life back into your body and you're
Yeah,
going to
it's a lovely
experience what
name.
it means to be alive. But what was the experience like for you?
Yeah, so let me tell you the when the orientation began, right? The first day with
Right.
all everyone. So that was like quite overwhelming for me. I was like, oh my God, so many
Oh,
things
is
will be
it?
there. Just initial, I'm saying, you
Ah,
have to fill in the tracker, then you have to so many supplements list. I was like, what is this, How am I able to focus on my food at the same time supplements and then tracking this and that? But slowly, slowly, I got so smoothly got used to it. And I was like, how can I live without chapatis,
huh.
gluten-free diet? It's not possible.
But the earlier practitioner you went to didn't ask.
That's why, no, no, she didn't even tell me anything about the gut. She didn't even, in her analysis, nothing of gut came.
Strange.
Yeah, very strange.
Yeah,
Her approach maybe was very different.
maybe.
So when I learned in my course, I got to know actually it's so deep. I mean, it is really, really up to the roots. You dig
Yeah,
down. So I was really taken aback. And then I started, and Pooja is amazing. She is
I
so
agree.
patient. She's so patient. She will handle n number of questions, and everything she has a solution. Initially, I really struggled with food. Then how to make jawari chapatis. My jawar rotis never come well. Then I somehow, I managed.
And
Then,
you're in Singapore, right? So
yeah,
even
yeah,
getting
yeah,
like, at least in India, you go to a atta chakki, you'll get freshly ground atta there,
yeah,
right there.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But then slowly I got so used to, I mean, of course, when you have to do certain way, you then look out for solutions, right? You look out, in the YouTube karo, idhar udhar, you finally find a way. Because I felt I really needed to get okay. So that inner strength, it started building up because I knew this is my answer. My answer lies here. And if I want to get okay, I have to be really, really dedicated and sincere to follow. Otherwise, there is no point. You're investing so much. So then I started,
That one sentence I'm going to make play it in loop for anyone new job. I was like, yes, this is exactly what everyone needs to hear.
yeah, if you want the results, you have to put
You
in
have to
efforts.
do it. Na? So
Yeah,
this is what we keep communicating to everyone who signs up that, okay, we'll bring the knowledge, we'll bring the test, we'll do the analysis, we'll do the diagnosis, we'll create your food protocols and your supplement. But you are the one who has to implement it because it's your body. We have still not reached a place in iThrive where we can just sit and meditate for you and you'll just heal automatically. Maybe that will happen one day. But we're not there yet. Na? You still have to
yeah,
take that effort.
yeah. And it's not a magic pill. It's been
Yeah.
accumulated since ages and ages, like chronic
Yeah. Yeah.
degenerative. So it has to take some time. It cannot happen like you take like Panadol and 2 ghante mein your fever will go
Right.
away. It's not like that. So yeah, and I'm happy that I extended because there were issues which are still lingering, and but there are some issues I can see improvement. So
And
I'm
are you
glad.
feeling that symptomatically also the whatever you're
Yes,
seeing improvements in your blood test, are you
yes,
feeling that
yes,
in your body also?
yes,
That's
definitely.
super. What about these other things that were so last year we launched so Alive 2.0 is basically functional medicine, blood test supplements and all integrated with many other things, which is light and sound healing and meditation. How did those elements feel? Like, were you able to integrate them? Were you able to play the sound music files, the chakra meditations?
Yes. So let me tell you, I firmly believe in this five elements thing, right?
Okay,
Because I know the nature is made of five elements, and your body is also part of nature, which is made of
right.
five elements. So I was, anyways, doing in between sunbathing, grounding.
Oh, lovely.
I was, anyways, doing and meditation. So, meditation, what I felt is it's very personal.
Hmm. Hmm.
If someone tells you to do that sort of meditation, you may not connect, you may not be able to
Right.
do that. So I do my own meditation.
Which is
So
great.
yes, yes. So I definitely continued my own.
Super.
And chakra meditation I followed for few weeks, but then I just stick to my own meditation. And of course, grounding I was doing not so regularly, but whenever I used to get chance, we have a park here where there is an ocean. So I just go used to go on the beach and just sit in the sun. Whenever I had opportunity or time in the morning, I did it. Yeah.
Lovely. And again, see, so you were already someone who's meditating, you're already aware of these things, but like a lot of the meditation, very small, chotu ones, not designed for people who can't even think that meditation is a possibility for them. So it is designed like that. And we sometimes we get a lot of people who are like very science oriented ki okay, blood tests, everything makes sense, but ये बाकी चीजें तो मतलब woo woo है, इसमें कुछ मतलब नहीं है. And it's so strange because everything that we've integrated, there are actually research papers. Now, iThrive maybe would never do anything without evidence.
Agree. Yeah.
Like even sound healing, there are research papers, but people just fail to understand that these elements also do play a role in health. And is there anything, because you already were practicing these? So anything you want to say to anyone who's watching this as Anjali? Like, yeah,
Yes, I think I would say I did not suffer as much as I could have because I was already following these things.
lovely.
Seriously. I mean, I believe so firmly, and I was so aware of the food habits also. I could make out that अरे हाँ आज मैंने ये खाया है कि
Hmm.
इसलिए मुझे ऐसा हुआ है, so I should avoid that.
Nice.
So I was anyways a very conscious. I was
An
consciously
aware
living
person.
and aware. So I knew this small. That's why I mean I could survive in a better
And I think
condition.
that's why also whatever changes we did with food or whatever supplements we added, they could impact your body far more quickly
Yeah.
than someone who has mental emotional resistance or who has not worked on those layers at all, and or is like absolutely disconnected from nature. Because see, now again there is the other end of the spectrum, which is like, oh, just do grounding, just be in sunlight, you
Yeah.
don't need a single
Yeah.
supplement. Now you were doing that and you still could
Yeah.
see.
Yes.
So that's why
Yes.
the integration of all makes sense. But for someone like you who was already connected to the elements, to consciousness, to something greater than you, then this chotu shift in chalo ye supplements and ye karte, immediately the body was like super happy. Like now I'm getting exactly what I need.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Really, really great to hear. Um, एक minute, let me just. Huh. Nice. Next two questions. Very important questions. So this Alive is a 3 month program. Most people think कि चलो 3 महीने के लिए कर लेंगे, but उसके बाद क्या? So what happens after 3 months, right? I want to know from you, what habits have you continued after finishing the 3 month program?
Okay, so in after 3 months, I realized I got my circadian rhythm reset.
Yay!
Definitely,
I'm a big,
definitely.
big circadian rhythm.
Same here, same here. So like by 10, 10, 15, my eyes are shutting down, actually. And then 6 o'clock, around that time, I'm awake.
You wake up. Perfect.
Yeah, naturally. And this is the main thing which I'm real because I really wanted to get into this mode. That is one thing happened. Then I can see my appetite is definitely improved. I can be properly hungry for breakfast, lunchtime, and dinner time. And I'm so happy because I never experienced these things in before. I always used to struggle. If I'm good after lunch, then for dinner, many times I wasn't hungry. If I was hungry, I was always confused. Kya khau, kya nahi, now that clarity is there, complete clarity. So this is there. Then energy levels definitely little bit improved, but they are based on so many other factors.
Right.
But they have improved, but
They have
still to
improved.
go. Yeah, yeah.
So you got a good routine in place. You become more self-aware of the food, and you're
Yes,
like able to
yes.
stick to eating the right kind of foods. And then that overwhelm around supplements and how many to take, when to take, what to take. So that also now that's become a habit. So you know
Yeah,
which ones to
yeah.
take. So you're
Yes, yes.
continuing with.
Now, yes.
That's
And
really great.
sugar craving is completely gone.
Gone.
I used to have chocolates in between. I used to, just go take out, open fridge, have ice cream or chocolate. Of course, that didn't help me, but I had cravings, so I had to. But now I don't even, it comes in my mind also, doesn't come.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So that also has so the gut has a big role to play in that, because if you have a lot of pathogens in your gut, then
Yeah.
they instigate a lot of these cravings, because like sugar and everything feeds them more than it really supports our body. So we've seen this with a lot of people, that once we work on their gut and bring down the infections and all that, their food preferences, food choices, everything starts changing. Very important, because I keep telling people to work on their health, but people think it's because like I run a business and I want everyone to sign up. What would you say to someone who's struggling with health issues, or has like general health problems? What words of advice would you want to give to them?
I always believe that for any health issues, you have to go to the root cause.
Right.
That was my belief since beginning, which was instilled in me by my father, and I'm very, very grateful and proud
Wow,
of that.
that early.
Yes, it was planted in me, the seed. So, so that's what, don't have that superficial kind of attitude, because there is something more deeper which is giving rise to all your symptoms.
Right.
So for that, you do whatever is possible for you to, know the root cause. And I think iThrive is doing the great job. And I am really, really happy. I mean, I feel everyone should get it done.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Seriously, seriously, because these days, there's so many things which impact us, no?
Yeah,
Toxins,
also, what I've
environment,
seen is a
yeah,
general tendency in people to kind of uh, like they experience something, they experience a symptom, but they look for a quick hack to get over that symptom so that they can just get through the day or something like that. Like something's hurting, they'll take a painkiller. If they have like constant colds and flus, then they'll just take antihistamine every night. And I mean, I always advocate for the same thing that you said, like go to the root, find out why it's happening and treat it from there.
yeah.
But have you seen in your own family or in your own social network the consequences of like doing medicines for suppression instead of treating from the base? Like, have you seen that yourself? I have seen enough horror stories in my life.
I think I've seen in my father only
Oh,
because,
okay.
yeah, but not in my surroundings
Okay.
or anyone. Because I think for acute is okay for acute conditions, if
Yes,
you take
absolutely.
that's fine. But I think for chronic and degenerative diseases, there is no point taking this medication because first of all, they will not going to help you. And that will, in fact, they will cause you more harm. So for these conditions, I believe, but nowadays I also see people are getting quite aware, like here in Singapore, people are really, really aware. Now, they really take look after their food
Oh,
habits.
nice.
They
I think Singapore
Yes.
also has this legacy of TCM, not traditional Chinese
Yeah, yeah,
medicine.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
there is, matlab, legacy-wise or ancestrally or whatever you want to call it, culturally, traditional Chinese medicine always had its presence in Singapore.
That's
And
true.
I think that is one of the things that people would turn to when they'd want like an alternative system instead of depending on conventional medicine. And I'm sure functional medicine also has grown in Singapore now.
Yes, yes, yes. Sure,
But
sure.
that background, like how we always had Ayurveda in India,
Yeah,
TCM was always there in Singapore.
yeah. But I am not aware of TCM much, apart
Okay.
from, the acupuncture and the needling and that
No,
all.
no. So TCM
The
also has like herbs and all of that. They
Yeah,
do
yeah,
a
yeah.
lot of,
Ginseng. Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Lot of,
They do a lot of
yeah.
work around balancing the yin and yang.
Yes, yes,
And
yes, yes.
again, their work is about balance, that your
Yes,
body
yes,
has gone.
yes.
How we have in Ayurveda this Prakruti and Vikruti,
Yeah, yeah.
that you were born with a Prakruti, it's gone out of balance, so it's become a Vikruti, which is a disease now.
Yes,
Similarly, TCM has the same thing, like your
yes,
yin yang, all of these flows have gone out of
yes,
balance, and then they bring in
yes,
herbs to bring back balance.
yes, yes, yes.
So,
So I'm basically talking about my friend circle who are
yeah.
mostly Indians.
Oh, okay.
So they are really, really aware. I mean,
Oh, nice. That's really good to
yeah,
hear.
yeah, yeah.
Super. Okay, last question. If you had to sum up your entire alive journey in one word, not more than one word, what would that word be?
Let me think. I can say ongoing.
I think that's everyone's health journey. Like it is an ongoing, because it will never come to a full stop. I've also gone through, like I thought in 2017 when like was like, oh, functional medicine, this is what is going to save my life. And lost weight, everything. But then life has continued to happen, and different phases of my life have different brought different challenges, and physical health has changed on and off, on and off. So it's a constant ongoing journey to for me
True.
also. So yes, we
Yeah.
resonate on that. Thank you so much, Anjali, for doing this, for taking time out of your day and sharing such lovely, lovely words and wisdom also with people who will be watching this. Thank
It's
you
my
so much.
pleasure. It's my pleasure. And thank you for calling me.
No, no, this
Thank you.
I restarted this because I think 2021 or 2020, around COVID time, I think, is when I started it, when everything went online and then we couldn't
Mm,
meet people. I was like, okay, let's
mm,
just talk about people who are taking the effort of taking care of their own health. And I called it the
mm,
Wellness Warrior Show. I didn't even have a team that time to do editing and everything. But for some reason, it just stopped. I think I got busy. iThrive grew, all of whatever last 2 years of chaos and everything. I was like, why aren't we doing this? Like, it's people whose stories should be shared. Like everyone on Instagram will see my story and they'll be like, huh, all that, right? But it's you guys, and you guys make up our community, our tribe, and your stories need to be shared and told. And that's why we restarted this. So thank you so much for agreeing to do this.
Thank you. And best wishes to iThrive always.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mugdha. It
Sure.
was lovely.
Lovely talking to you too. Bye bye.
Same here. Bye.